If you had to ask me who I think I am, it may sound like a simple question, but the answer is not that simple to give. There's very little that I know about myself and where I come from. All I know is when I look around me, all I see is a world crowded with people that have lost themselves in the struggle for survival, strangers to their own land. I myself am dealing with that struggle, the struggle to find myself and to understand my own purpose in life. A crucial part of who I am, my culture, has been ridiculed by Eurocentric archives of history. That's the reason why I've spent most of my adult life looking for myself in high mountains, skies, and caves. I say prayers and practice rituals, but amongst all the things I do to try to generate some kind of meaning in my life, does it bring me closer to who I am? Who am I, really? For a long time, the culture of my people has been viewed by modern society as primitive, outdated, and inefficient. That is the reason why I've decided to hit the road and revisit the land in which my mother was born. Why am I taking this journey? Maybe it's because every time I look through history books, I can never manage to find myself, my origins, my roots. This journey is the only encyclopedia that I have. Though I grew up in the city, I spent some of my childhood years here in Moruleng village, near Rustenburg. It is here in Moruleng where I witnessed another way of life, the Bakatla way of life. I have come back here today for the first time to try and understand it. My journey begins at this Dutch Reformed church.
Kerekeno e dirile go le gontsi thata go fetola maitsholo le metsamao ya bakgatla mo karolong eno.
If African natives followed Christian education, English education, then what would happen is that they would admire. Somehow it would spark some kind of admiration of European way of life. And this would be cheaper than using guns to try to overcome and subjugate the Africans.
Ra itse gore basweu ge ba goroga fa ba ntse le mokgwa wa gore borapedi ba rona le mekgwa ya rona ke e sa dumellaneng le bomodimo le modimo mme ka baka leo dilo tse dingwe tse ne di dirwa fa di ile di a fetoga.
Although traditional knowledge systems are still being practiced in this community, a great deal of cultural practices have been diluted since the first encounter of the Bakatla people and the Europeans. It is said in the 1860s that Kgosi Khamanyane and his advisors denied a request from a Dutch Reformed church reverend to preach amongst the Bakatla people. But things started to change from the 1870s as more and more churches were being formed in other neighboring areas. The Bakatla became uncomfortable with the growing opposition and decided it was time to allow the reverend to preach amongst them.
Now, there were some opportunistic gains out of colonization. I always look at the society, the African society, which was a matrilineal society, which was governed by females like Rahadi, Mangwane, and Khono. Now, in that particular system, males didn't really have the same power as females because, traditionally they were the rulers of the village. Now, with the advent of the colonial conquest, which was really a patriarchal system, that really also meant that a lot of men, African men, also had something to gain in the sense that they were now living under a new administration that recognized the role of a man to be more important than the role of a female.
Today, as a young woman seeking to reconnect with my roots, I'm often presented with a different story, one that claims paternal kingship, devaluing and undermining the role of African women. Are we as Africans true to ourselves? In my journey as an African young woman, I've experienced a matriarchy that is no longer perceived to be part of my culture. Simben once said, "Women are the nurturers of society. They are the ones that ensure the cultural and social continuity of any given community." One example of that woman is Grace Masuku, a traditional nature conservationist and herbalist who holds a reservoir of traditional wisdom.
As you know, African women, they do everything. They sweep, they cook, they go to the land, they go to the draw water, they do everything. You go out into the valley next to a mountain and you stay there. Because firstly, for the first time, you know who you are. Why is it important that I must remain true to myself in order not to harm myself with other cultures? Because what they do might be exactly a taboo in your culture. And it's important to keep to that because the herbs have got very different usages. The herb that they use for something else might be the herbs in your culture that builds you up. So you are very careful. You are taught these things.
Another woman that I look to for knowledge is my grandmother. In the Bakatla society, grandmothers are the sage of the community.
Ga re ne re gola bonkoko ba rona ba ne ba re belegisa ga re tshola bana e le tiro ene bonkoko ba itse tlhago gore ba tshwantse motho a pepesiwa yang le go sena dipetlele ngwana ona ga a tshwanne a tsholwa ga be go epiwa ditantanyane go epiwa go batliwa ditlhatshana tsa kwa nageng gore a nosiwe a ramediwe ena ga re tsamaya ka dibese ka dikoloi re ne re ge re tsena ko dikoloing kwa beseng e be re kgotla kirisi ya koloi re tshasa ngwana nna a sa tsamaye a tshwenyegile kwa nne re ya teng ga o fitlha o tshwanetse o tseye ngwana ona o mo pitikise fala fatshe o mo apole o mme fa fatshe gore a tseye lerole la faridi fa o ileng teng ngwana ona o tlo boa a sa go tshwenya ka tseno ga re tla re dumella go belegisa ko gae.
As a woman, I relate to the idea of wanting to give birth at home, being surrounded by the warmth and support of other people that care about you. In today's time, these moments are being lost to us. We are now giving birth in isolation at the hands of strangers. The skills of delivering babies are reserved only for nurses and doctors.
Ke re ke ga fitlha fa ile ya lebella morafe o thata mo dintlheng tse di tsamaelana le pholo mme go supa se go ile ga agiwa sepetlele sa bidiwa George Stegman malwetse a mantsi le bo mapadi mo la bonka dingala ba rona ba simolla o fellwa ke tiro.
Healing practices are not the only institutions that are being lost to the Bakatla people. Before the Europeans came, the Bakatla relied on cattle herding and land cultivation as their main economic activities. Farming was carried out on a subsistent basis. Each family cultivated the land in which they grew their staple food. I visit Mem Mapula, a woman frustrated by the loss of this agricultural knowledge.
Go masimong ke rutile ke mme le ntate ntse a sa bone a dutsana bona ka pelo or na ira o nthutile go tlhagola a nthuta go kotula a nthuta go kgetla morogo a nthuta go phota
Ge re tlhalefa re fitlhetse go ntate ba le mammu ba re ruta gore dinaledi tse tsa selemela ke dinaledi tse di supang gore tlhago e tlo nna yang mo ngwaga o tlo nna yang a re bontsha gore mmuta o tlo folotsa motho o tlo golofala diphologolo di tlo tsala di folotsane naledi tsa kgora le ya tlala di ne di supa tlala
ge pula fela go la pula go temo kere ge pula le teng di otla tse di fatsena ke letseno la ka ee ke rekisa kgetsa a mabele ke rekisa kgetsa a mmopu dijo di tsena mo ntlong ke rekisa dinawa ke rekisa morogo ke kgona go kgara betse ke di tlhokang.
The people relied on the land in order to survive. That is the reason why it was important for them to cultivate a harmonious relationship with the land. This relationship influenced their approach to nature conservation. Nature conservation practices were key to the Bakatla people's survival.
Everybody, when he comes, has got this clear, very vital understanding of his dependency and of the importance of the environment as a life-giving partner in life. We have got a way of connecting to some plants. We've got a way of understanding plants. And there's something very, very, very interesting with plants. They don't communicate when you don't respect them. That's one thing. It's conservation that will make the child understand the importance of protection of the environment itself.
Ka ngwao le tlwaelo ya Bakgatlafa e ne e re ga go le komello go bo go iwa kwa letlapeng le le bitswang letlapa la pula go ya go rapelwa kwa teng mme pula e be kgona go na. Ka le sa dirishwe ka fa tlwaelong ya ngwao ke letlapa fela le le sa tlhokomelweng le le sa kaiweng go lekalo le le sa tseiweng tsia le le tota go kgobelwa le maswe fela mo godimo ga lona. Ke nngwe ya ditshusumetso tse kereke e fitlhileng ya ntsha Bakgatla mo go tsona mabapi le thulaganyo ya tsa pula.
Go latlha setso go sentse lefatshe ka gore naga ga e tlhe e tlhatswiwa.
Ka tšeko pula ga ene ga re itse gore mathata ke eng dikgosi tsa ka tseno ga di ne se pula.
Potso eo le rona re e botsa mo magosaneng gangwe le gape gore why ge le lebetse tlhago ya lona le šiane le so se seng sa lona. Ka ne re pula ya ntlha e ne yona ka August ke re bitsa re ke kgogola mmoko. Ee ka gore ditlhare tle di thunye naga e kgale. Kana ga e tlhe le teng ga eo dipula di na ka nako a tsona gona ba re kgwedi e re lata mo go bjaleng ke na bone ke state pause le mo mmung di kry-a bokgole ba gore di tswe yaanong ga yona ka December re o lema re o kry-a eng
ga gona opo ka phela ntle le metsi ga keletso ya me ke eletsa ikete ka re ka nako ya dikgakologo e di tharang di simollang re di adusa di ska di kgorelediwa ke go omella ga lefatshe pula e ne phaile ya ka bogologolo and then di simolle di ntshe matlhare re kgone go di bona ga repa.
Whether the traditions and practices I've encountered during this journey are relevant or irrelevant, truth or myth, isn't really important to me. What is of great importance to me is that I've confronted the notion that Black people do not have their own systems of thought, ideas, and philosophies. So this journey for me has truly been a celebration of who I really am, a celebration that is long overdue.